Hey friends, welcome back. Today I am participating in the Golden Days of Fall YouTube Hop, and I've got a fun mixed media layout for you with lots of goodies from my collection. And the photos I am documenting here are of our first pumpkin spice lattes this year. So our tradition with my daughter is to get them every year that they come out on the first day right before school. And of course, we had to do that again. So I do like a little paper tearing, and I love this vellum that I have. I have just a little bit scrap left, and I really wanted to use it. So I decided to back my photos and add a little tear strip on the side there. I adhered it with my tiny attacher, but you can also glue it on or use liquid adhesive, although it shows through on the vellum, so thus I used the tiny attacher. Once you've got that set, then I've added some more patterned paper just to add some a little more interest. I also have these beautiful lace strips. I'm actually using part of a kit from Erica Rose Crates, and she had pre-cut these, so I'm going to use that, as well as these gorgeous papers from Pretty Little Studio. To go with the theme of the hop, I did want to add some gold watercoloring as the background and where the photos will be placed. So I'm using my Nuvo spray to really kind of watercolor the background. And then once that's dry, I'm going to add a little bit more there just to make sure that you really do see the gold coming through. And I'm adding a little bit of this colored powder as well. Again, I wanted like the metallic look, so I'm kind of mixing the two together. I've got the gold and then layered this darker shade here, and then some splatters all around. So, and you can see I've kind of built two clusters, right? I have a small one at the top and then that larger section at the bottom. So this will help the eye move around the page once that layout is all complete and pulled together. So one strip does not look enough for me, so I'm adding a second one here. And I just, I cut it a little bit shorter. Just add some adhesive to that top solid space. And then once you adhere, kind of just rough it up a little bit so that you have some dimension happening there. And then I've also added a small piece right at the top. And this time I was careful about how I cut it out so that the edges were a bit cleaner. And then I also went back in and cleaned up the edges of that bottom two strips as well. So I did add a second layer here for that little frill piece. I think it looks a little bit better, it looks fuller. And once you've got that set, then you can go ahead and start adding your titles and embellishments. I added the Simple Joys sticker phrase here. I've started adding some of the embellishment pieces. And these are a mix of Hip Kit Club, I think from at least a year or two ago. And then I also had some stuff in my stash from Ellie Studio. But, you know, just pull out what you have from your stash. And I think this layout can be created with anything, as well as different color schemes if that's what you have available as well. So the two leaves that I'm adding at the bottom right now are actually a little bit too big for my liking. So later on, I'm going to swap those out. I just don't like that they're kind of overpowering the pumpkin spice saying there. So you'll see I kind of swap it out. But what I wanted to do was really use a lot of the florals, but also the leaves. I just love the colors and totally fall colors, right? So that was my goal, is to kind of bring those all around the layout. And then, of course, add some flowers into that as well. I've also used these gold leaves from a Jan Hadfield collection. And I like the kind of shimmer that it adds. So I place those all around. I've also added some stitching all around the layout as a border, and then some bits of thread that I'm going to adhere behind each of the clusters to finish off the layout. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I've been able to inspire you today, and make sure you hop along and see the rest of the inspiration, and let me know in comments what you liked about the layout, and I would love to have you back on the channel here. So make sure you subscribe, and see you next time.